Greetings, dear ladies. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. I've said this before. My partner, he steps away. He steps away so that the only gender who would be here listening live would be women. This is an important time, and we spoke of it before. But during these times, there are heightened awarenesses. My partner made a statement, as he has said so many times, perhaps in the interviews or maybe even to you, where he said these times of what you will call staying inside, they seem to fall and burden mostly women. And as I said, the reason for this in the past, and he has mentioned it from me, is that suddenly you're responsible for so much. We told you last week a little bit about this, and we continue this particular lesson. That is, the women who truly are looked at to do most of the things during the time at home, turning perhaps even to homeschooling, and you're the ones who are responsible for actually keeping it all together, and you know this. So the next step of this, and I'm going to ask you to examine for a moment how you feel about it, the reality. Your teaching in the Sisterhood is about the Star Mothers. It's unique. Did you know that? No one else really, truly, is teaching about the Star Mothers to women only. And so in this uniqueness, I'm going to ask you a question. Are they real? Now, the channeling of the Star Mothers is the channeling. But I'm asking you, do you believe that through the ages and the eons that perhaps they're able to reach out and start communicating? Not just through Meliha. Is it possible that you can feel guidance from them, especially during this time? This might even be called part 2 of last week and this week. The channeling tonight to a larger group that was not the Sisterhood, from that which you call Seattle, started and asked the question, would you let an infant of yours continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over and say nothing? And any good mother knows that you guide the infant in their lives, not with correcting them, but helping them. You help them on their path. You help them to do the many things. You help them with their motor skills, with their eating. All of the fun things that a mother knows, so that by the time the infant grows, they will have the skills that you have. That's what a mother does. In their thinking, you will help them. In their language, in their growth, you will help them. And you've learned not to criticize them, make them wrong, but in so many ways to love them in such a way that they will understand and then turn to you eventually. Mom, am I doing it right? Mom, is there something I can do more, better? Mom, how should I do this? How should I do that? That's what a mother does. So you call it a Star Mother, do you? And what do you glean from that Star Mother at this point? Honor? Do you look at the Star Mothers and say, we've come to a place where we're honoring you for what you've done, and call it a day? Is that what you do? Or is the Sisterhood going to graduate into a higher consciousness of reality, where you say, Star Mothers, we know you're still there because you've shown yourselves. You've shown yourselves in Shasta, you've shown yourselves in Hawaii, you've shown yourselves in Uluru to be real. So real that there are those who still see the lights on the mountains where there should not be light. so real that they feel that there is life within inside the mountains where there should not be life. This is the aliveness of a star mother, still here. Against all odds, there is an awakening in all the nodes where they are, where they were, and it's transmitted to those who need the transmission, and that would be you. Not just the ones who are here in this room, this virtual place, but the ones listening to this later all over the planet. Did you know that the veil is being dropped for the old soul women? For the ones who call themselves the Sisterhood, the past Lemurians? And the reason is you need guidance right now. The channel today for Seattle was about this. It was about what you would do for your infant. And do you expect it? And can you understand the metaphor of what they might do for you? And so I say to you the same thing I said to those earlier. There is a method, there is a way to be guided. And because of this, which you call the veil, it's difficult. It's difficult even for you to sit in there where you sit and say, was I a Lemurian? Because even that is sometimes hidden from you. Through the time, through the ages, through the veil. These things are starting to lift. And I will tell you, those listening and here in this room, you're Lemurian. You wouldn't be here otherwise. Even those who are taking a look to say, well, I wanted to see what it's like. I want this to ring true to you. There's more here than meets the ear, meets the eye. There is a camaraderie, of course, but there's more than that. There is a connection. There is a spiritual connection with you and the star mothers where they start to guide you in everyday life. And I'm not talking about giving you spiritual information or giving you the spokes of the wheel that you study. I'm talking about guidance, like a mother. Like a mother. We told those earlier today, do you dare ask Spirit to push you around? Because this is how you find out if you're on the right track. Dear Spirit, I'm making the right choices here. These are troubled times. This is hard. I've got to make some decisions. Am I doing it right? And you may not hear the answers, but then the next phrase you say, push me around so I'll know. And if it's wrong, push me out of this decision. Give me a sign that isn't correct. And dear ones, you have just given permission for reality to change. You have just given permission for things to fall through, perhaps, in order to put you on another track. You've given permission to Spirit to push and pull you into a guidance area where you'll say, thank you, Star Mother. I'll tell you something that doesn't seem fair. Maybe you think perhaps Spirit is biased. You have been trained to receive guidance, whereas others perhaps on this planet have not. The Shah women here have been trained in the past to hear it, to see it, to understand it. That's what's going to start to return. I want you to expect guidance from the Star Mothers. But I want you also to give permission for it every day. Dear Star Mother, dear Spirit, push me around. Let me know when things are not correct that I have chosen. And that's the only way I'm going to know. I'll use the best intuition I have, but sometimes it's biased because of what I want. I know who's listening, dear ones. I know who's going to listen. There are those of you who are going to make some interesting, long overdue decisions about your life and those with you. It's important that they be correct. And you may be asking, am I correct to do this now? Is this the time? Do I wait? Those all will be answered when you ask the same question and at the same time you give permission to be pushed around. And what I mean by that is certain things will be altered. Certain things will drop away. This is Spirit giving you the answers that you need to yes or no. Would you do it for your kids? The answer is yes. Oh, yes. And the Star Mothers will do it for you. They are here. They have always been here. There is a portion of them which is alive in consciousness. And they want to talk to you and guide you through these times. Dear sisters, there's a reason for you being here in this meeting. There's more, but not today. I'm in Kryon in love with humanity. I'm crying in love with those who are here, the sisterhood, the ones who are the foretellers of the future for what you have done, where you are, and what is to come. Congratulations. Let the meeting begin. And so it is.